Really? Pharos Sirius came first? Alright. Pharos Sirius.
So somebody asked, what's the best suggestion you've gotten so far? And I was like, so somebody sent a poem. It's like the suggestion boxes in Minecraft. I was like, so well, somebody sent a poem, and that was pretty great. And then someone was like, that might have been me. And then like recited part of the poem. Recited the Naka, oh Naka. I can't think of a rhyme. Naka, oh Naka. You're such a baka.
Alright, so Pharos Sirius. This one was reasonably notorious at time of release for being really stupid hard. Mostly, it's the first boss that threw people off, and the final boss that threw people off.
Slams fist on table. Let Muffin do a let's play.
I don't know about that.
She's asleep, but she meowed. I think she agrees.
I don't know about that.
Muffin plays Cat Simulator.
So this dungeon, it was the first boss and the final boss that were kind of rough, and mostly because people couldn't quite wrap their heads around the mechanics, which were, with the first boss, ads spawned as the boss took damage. And what people thought was, oh, I'm just going to ignore the ads and keep DPSing the boss. No, that makes more ads spawn, and that's a quick way to get yourself killed. When the ads spawn, stop DPSing the boss and kill the ads. There is still some reasonably bad unavoidable damage in the first boss, though, and I may run into a bit of a break there. After that, I don't think I have too much concern until I get to the final boss, which the final boss's main mechanic involves being healed to full, which I can't do. So I have no idea how the final boss in here is going to go, if I can beat her at all. The ads are already doing noticeably more damage than they were doing before. So this is where I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it. There was a hard mode of another dungeon released simultaneously, though, Copperbell Mines hard. And if I find I'm just not going to get through this one, I can try that one. A magic-only playthrough of GU, since Haseo can learn spells, do I think it'll be hard? It will be unreasonably hard, because though they let Haseo cast spells, he's not exactly good at it. And the mechanics are not even remotely based around. Like, so you gotta kill this guy with a big thing on his back first, because he's gonna blow up or something. I forget what he does, but you don't want him to do it. Whatever it is that he's gonna do, you don't want him to do. And that opens the door to the first boss. Magic only IMOQ. Now that actually sounds more reasonable. Kite? You could customize Kite's stats enough, and he could wear friggin' Wavemaster gear. You could probably do that. Okay, first boss. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna take it slow the first time. I'm doing some pretty considerable damage to him. Yeah, the hounds go down like nothing. So that's like not even they're not even a concern. What happens? I can stun this, I know. Okay, that was one of the dog's AoEs. That's gonna hurt in half a second, but I should be able to kill him before it becomes a danger. Alright, that guy wasn't that bad. I was expecting that to go really bad. And here you see a boot.
Peach boot?
No, I'm just a regular boot.
Oh.
A boot. Okay, I ran through and stopped his Paralyzed 3. Thank heavens for that one. And now you can run through here and try to avoid getting hit by these. I avoided nothing. Okay, at this point I'm at least reasonably confident that I can get to the final boss. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat the final boss. There's a chest in this room if you want to clear out some enemies. They stopped doing that too! Like in new dungeons, you don't see that anymore. Like there's never just an optional room. There's not an optional anything. I want to see some more interesting dungeons, yo. They gotta break from the mold they've made for themselves. Okay, so crap's gonna fall here in half a second. There it goes.
Okay,
And then stuff's gonna fall on me. Multiple times.
I have started work potentially on Peach with armor.
Okay, I really should have just carried these guys up top and grabbed the Corrupted Crystal too. I don't know, I guess this works. What do I have my movement controls set to? It's WASD. Like you see when I run around, it's digital, I'm going that way, I'm going diagonal, going sideways. Going that way, going that way. But I also use the camera movement a lot to get me where I need to go. Hey big guy, come on down. I got a fist for you. And it's mine!
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with
I'm gonna get behind you, and I'm hoping I don't get hit by Banish 3. Nope, I got hit by it. Thankfully, it didn't do much.
obviously I want
Hey,
to
you.
send it out.
People bringing up Dark Souls. I've not played any Dark Souls. That kind of game generally isn't the kind of thing that interests me. Like, the world interests me, the gameplay interests me, but I'm not interested in that kind of, like, challenge, so to say. Like, I just don't get the kind of enjoyment out of throwing myself at something that hard until I learn it and really get it down. But just the couple of videos that I've seen of it actually remind me of my early Dancing with Bams days. $1 in from Kaiokain, who says, also, I vote for Final Fantasy XIV. Thank you very much, Kaiokain. If you look out the window... Oh, I can't see anything. If I run up here, you can see there's a bird somewhere. Yep, there he is. Hi, bird. I'm gonna go up here. Because the bird's gonna go... Oh, I still got hit by it? But the couple of videos I saw really reminded me of my early Dancing with Bams days, where I was, like, watching that enemy to get in even the smallest hit here and there. I had to really pace out how my combos were working and, like, what I was going to hit him with, when I was going to hit him with, and make sure I didn't overstep my bounds, even the slightest. And dodging different moves depended on something as simple or as small as watching how they moved their legs. It was one guy in particular. He had two different moves, and he would move his legs ever so slightly between the two. And I had to, like, stare at his legs when I knew he was going to do one. And see, like, okay, move that leg back a little bit. I've got to run over here. Okay, so this guy's going to be interesting, because he summons a bunch of little guys, and they're irritating as all get out. I don't know if I'm going to try to kill them or not. I guess I'll die, and know then what to do. Whoops, I broke an egg. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, I'm just gonna be able to burn him.
Oh, I can't see shit.
See, I didn't think this guy was gonna be too big a threat, but you never know where, like, a random holy crap, where did this come from is gonna come from. Okay, so he's gonna fly through the air, and there's not a lot I can do about that, other than get hit by everything. So I'm just gonna kill a bunch of these guys in the meantime. And I'm gonna go back to beating on you. See if I can AoE these guys down. There we go, that worked. Got a little dicey once there were like 6 guys on me, but it worked out. Freezy Ninja, yeah, I'm doing this dungeon unsynced, which is the only way you can go in undermanned. But in going in unsynced, I'm also at level 60 with all my gear, instead of being level 50 with, like, item level 90 gear. Okay, so I gotta go run in and turn this off. I've never entirely understood this, so this will be a good chance to kind of learn. Okay, the challenging part of this is it's a lower level dungeon and I'm going in unsynced, but the trick is that I am also doing it solo. So I don't have a tank or a healer or anything to back me up. It's just me and my punchin'. Okay, so this guy can use a move called Divide that you want to watch out for and stun him out of if you see him do it. Otherwise he'll poo out babies.
Where the fuck am I?
Okay, you didn't get the chance. There should be some more Aether coming out here soon. So I don't entirely know how I'm going to handle this. Okay, looks like it cuts in on the inside, so I'm going to run along the outside and see if I can avoid it. Then I'm going to run up here and I'm going to punch you in the back of the head. Well, he's trying to kill me.
Oh, I guess that's justified then.
I'm not going to be able to turn that valve while he's beating on me. So I'm just going to kill him first, then sneak over and turn it off. And that'll open this up so we can go in and fight the second and a half boss. Not the third boss, it's the 2.5 boss. The common strategy with this guy is to burn him, and my strategy to burning things has been working pretty well on stuff I'm not even supposed to burn, so guess what I'm gonna do? Yes.
Get it? And money.
And dead guy. I was still trying to figure out how I have the staggered layout for my action bars. What I did... You can see off to the left here, I have action bar 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 4 action bars here. And what I did is these 3 are all laid out perfectly normal. Like, that's it. I have another one that's in between. So it takes up an entire action bar to use, and there's a lot of buttons there's a lot of space for buttons that I'm not using. Like in action bar 3 here, these are the only 3 buttons that I have put down. And I don't have any buttons in any of these 3 or these 3 in 2 and 4. If I can find the UI setting... Oh, hotbar settings. Hide unassigned slots. You can see all of this overlap in here from all of the buttons that I'm not using. But as long as you hide it, you just see that. Okay, so Siren, this is going to be a really awkward fight, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do it. Because the biggest deal with this fight is that she puts a status effect on you that if you're not cured to full 4, you get charmed. I don't know what charm does when you're solo. I probably just stand there like a bum for a minute. I know there's one in particular that I can stun her out of, but I'm still gonna get hit with the regular one, I'm sure. Lunatic Voice is what I want to stun. Other than that, there's also ads that I want to worry about. There's just going to be so much going on in this fight. Alright, let's see what happens. She's going down pretty quick, though. Okay, I'm gonna kill the ads, because she's doing very little damage to me otherwise. Oh, did she just do Lunatic Voice and I didn't notice? Okay, there's Song of Torment. Where is she? 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 Okay, that's cool. God dang it. This is going awkwardly. How long is this gonna last? Well, that's the end of me. It's off, but I'm still bound. Oh, and I was bound because these sergeants. I don't know. I don't think I can beat her. I don't think I can beat her. Because the sergeants show up, and they grab onto me, and there's just nothing nothing you can do.
I'm gonna take some allergy meds. Muffin agrees with my need to take allergy meds. Oh, Muffin! You're so cute. Which one am I gonna take? Do you want to take the oral medication?
And the problem is she can confuse you. And she does that with the thing that I need to be healed to full in order to avoid. And I could just run around and try to avoid the sergeants, which I think would be some kind of reasonable move. But if I eventually get confused, then that's the end of that. I'm going to keep an eye on her this time specifically. I'm going to ignore the ads for a little while, and I'm going to make sure I stop her from using Lunatic Voice, which is the thing that what she does. I don't think I got hit by it. But I'm going to make sure. Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on her. They're going to run up and beat on me. I'm not going to worry about them. Deathly Verse. Oh, that's bad. Deathly Verse is bad. Gotta get in the middle, gotta get in the middle!
Hopefully. Having taken allergy medication.
She's a bloody mage. And there's the confusion. Which is gonna let the sergeant come up to me. And... Did she use Lunatic Voice? I didn't catch it. Or was that just the timer on the confusion eventually ticking over? Because, like, once the sergeant gets a hold of me, that's just it. That's the fight. Because if that was the status effect, then there's... If that was the status effect she gave me with Deathly Verse kicking in, then there's no reason for me to continue. Can I dot the sergeant? Not without getting up next to him, and that's the last place I want to be. I mean, I'm a monk. I do everything by being right there next to them. I have a couple of longer range AoEs, but at this point, the problem isn't the lack of killing them, the problem is that Deathly Verse. Okay, so this time is going to be purely a exploration run. I just want to see what that effect does. $1 in from Evolution Trader Daisy, who says, good evening, Naka and Madam Berry, hope all is well. Any ideas for building your first computer? My vote is for Dot Fragment, Terra Online, Final Fantasy XIV, or Minecraft. Thank you very much, Daisy. Ideas for building your first computer? Okay, so I've built a couple computers in my time. Typically, you have to set a price range for yourself. I'll go to Newegg and look through what they have, and you need all the components, which is going to be, you need motherboard, processor, memory, hard drive, graphics card, box. You need the box and a power supply. And a monitor, I guess, if that counts as part of the computer you're building.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a monitor, you should probably get one.
Yeah, I mean, that could be important.
Just a little. I mean, I guess you could, like, plug it directly into your brain.
And the idea is you want to look at what box you have and make sure your motherboard fits in your box, because otherwise you could get a motherboard that doesn't fit in your box. You also want to make sure the processor you get fits in your motherboard. That's really the biggest thing. And probably the one thing you want to focus on is, there's some things you just kind of want to hit a limit with. Like, you want to have a decent-sized hard drive, you want to have 8 gigs of RAM. What you're going to be focusing on more than anything is your CPU and your graphics card. So those are the things you want: a nice CPU and a nice graphics card. Okay, I'm just gonna go punch her this time.
So, for this harbor thingy, do you think we should claim chunks of peach fruit so people can't reef the harbor?
Yeah. Okay, so I want to see what this Deathly Verse does. Well, I want to try a couple things. First, I want to get hit by it. And then I want a second wind. And that does indeed heal it, because I cured myself to full. Song of Torment put a bleeding on me. Okay, bleeding is no big deal. Okay, you're over there, so I'm going to go over here. Those sergeants come reasonably quick, actually. Oh, that didn't kill the sergeants. There's Lunatic Voice going off. Yeah, Lunatic Voice is a lot bigger deal. Okay, yeah, Lunatic Voice is just that one. Okay, so I could cure myself through this first Song of Torment. That's the important thing. I can second wind and get myself through the first Song of Torment. I could probably get through a second one with Blood for Blood.
No, give me my wood back.
Okay, so I'm going to use Blood for Blood first, because I feel like that's going to... I'm not going to be down much life. This doesn't really heal me. I'm not getting hurt a lot. $1 in from Enix Fire, who says, do you have tips with finding people on the same server? I've been playing with the same 4 people for about 2 years, and queuing for, like, Extreme and Raids take, like, 30 to an hour in the Duty Finder. So you just want to find people that you can, like, play along with. The best I can suggest is to find a good free company. But, to be honest, I don't have no idea about that one. I did everything through the Duty Finder and the Party Finder for the longest time. Okay, so I'm not getting hurt a lot in this fight, so I'm going to start with Blood for Blood. And next time she does it, I'm going to Second Wind. I'm going to attempt to kill the sergeants this time. And I'm going to do that just honest to goodness by running up and punching them. And we'll see if my punch goes off first. Like, I may be able to get one hit off on them before it counts as them claiming me. And my punches will do more damage than Elixir Field. So that's my goal. Since I'm not getting hit much, or hurt much, I'm going to change back to Fist of Fire because I'm going to need to burn the crap out of her. Okay, the privates I'm not concerned about. Oh, I missed the sergeant! I wasn't paying attention! Might as well just kill me. They're having a hard time killing me, let me tell you. Like, I'm just standing here going, yo, do your worst. And they're like, we're trying.
Muffin, please no. No. Get down. Muffin. Down. Literally anywhere. Look around going, how do I get down? I don't know, by going literally anywhere.
Okay, I'm not sure if I want to stay on Fist of Fire or not. I think I'm gonna start with Fist of Earth. Because if I'm gonna heal myself to full with Blood for Blood, that's gonna be a little more challenging.
You could kill something with Mercy Stroke.
That's not gonna help
Hey, joke! Laugh!
here. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, there's Deathly Verse. Okay, just friggin' punch him. I didn't heal myself to full with it. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually use... Oh, no, I got hit with that, so that's cool. I'm free! That didn't kill him. I can't rely on killing the sergeant. I can't rely on curing myself to full with Blood for Blood. And I can't rely on killing the sergeants with a single punch. I could probably kill the sergeant with a single punch if I had Fists of Fire on, which I may change to Fists of Fire. Okay, they're trying your best. So I may change to Fists of Fire just for the sake of killing the sergeants. There we go.
Don't lock me. I'm trying. Right?
Okay, so we're gonna try this with Fists of Fire. How's my equipment looking? Probably not bad. I mean, you die a lot, but it's half. I'll want to repair after this, but I'll be good while I'm in here. Okay, let's go! Oh, I hit the wrong button. Crap, messed up my combo. Messing everything up. Okay, I'm going to ignore them for now. Second wind to take care of that. Where is she gonna be? She's gonna be in the middle. And we're looking pretty good. Now I'm going to have trouble at this point. I made it past the first hurdle. Where's she going to show up? Where's she going to show up? Over there. Okay. At this point, I can kill her if that sergeant does not get to me before this wears off. Dang! I fiddled with the sergeants too much. I got this crap, yo.
Oh boy.
Okay, it's also 9:40, and you've got a big day ahead of you tomorrow. So I was going to call the stream a little bit early, so I'm probably going to call it when I'm done here. I don't know how long that's going to be. Okay, now before we get started, actions and trades. Let's take a look at what I can bring in. Display action health, there we go. Keen Flurry, increase parry rate. Feint, I don't really care about. Foresight, increase defense by 20%. Let's grab Foresight instead of Blood for Blood. How you doing, Muffin? You just laying there being a nice Muffin? Who to do? I'm just waiting on Foresight. It's got like a minute now. Like if I go in now, it wouldn't be up by the time I needed to use it. When would I want to use it? Probably the second time I get into a fight with her. Knowing that with Fist of Fire on, though, I can kill the additional ads, I'm probably going to want to worry about them. How you doing, Muffin? Stretching? That what you doing? Okay, Muffin, I'm gonna need you to not be there. Just waiting on some foresight. Do I main monk? Yes. Do I play other classes? Not a lot. I've got a paladin to like 40 or something, and I've got a healer, like a white mage, to like 30 or something. Okay, foresight good, foresight good. Okay, let's go do the thing. Okay, we're going full speed. I'm gonna have time to kill the ads in a minute. What? Oh. I was rocking that fight right up until he didn't die. I don't entirely understand how these guys work, because, or specifically, like, in trying to get my attack off when he's trying to get to lunge at me, and how I get my one attack off first. Like, I don't completely understand the specifics of that. And in that regard, because I think I need a regular attack and an auto attack or something in order to take him out. Maybe I'm not getting both off. I don't know how to time that. So for now, this is just going to be a random. Like, I can take him out most of the time, but randomly I may not be able to. Why does that ruin the run? I couldn't move. Once one of those guys gets a hold of you, you can do nothing. You can't move, you can't attack, you can't do anything. It's a mechanic that requires two players. And I've had to be determined in order to do this with only one. One or two long-range attacks. I do, but they're not actually that useful, because they don't kill them in one shot, and since they're coming at me, I'm likely to get hit by them anyway. They also have a longer recast on them. I suppose maybe I could try to, like, just stand just out of range and hit Arm of the Destroyer or something? I could maybe try that. Alright, let's try this again. I hit the entirely wrong button. I'm gonna try this. No. I'm not messing with Arm of the Destroyer. With lag and everything, it's just too hard to tell. So I've got to do my original plan, which is just... I feel like I can't move. I can't do anything. Okay, so I've got to go with my original plan, which is just punch him.
Yeah.
I think what I want to do is let them come to me.
So somebody just donated 28 blocks of iron for the beacon.
Oh.
Don't have
I have a big old beacon.
a big old beacon. Okay, so how does this go? Do I just put it in the grid under... Oops.
I don't know how beacons work.
How does beacon?
Okay. One more go. Hopefully this time we've got it. Okay, I healed that right quick. He snuck up on me. I'm an idiot. Be nice if it was quicker to die. He snuck up on me and I got a hit off like right when I needed to. Or as fast as I could. I'm surprised I got that hit off. That hit did the damage, but I didn't get the auto attack off because I didn't have him targeted beforehand. Yeah, Enix Fire, the problem is the dot could kill them, but I have to put the dot on them, which requires me punching them. And I would much rather punch them and just immediately be able to keep moving, instead of hit them with a dot, let them grab me, and then wait for the dot to kill them. Like in that time, I'd get grabbed by somebody else. $10 in from Nick Salt, who says, hope all is going well. I'll vote for Final Fantasy XIV or Fragment.
I vote for nothing.
Okay, second wind should be up by the time we're good to go. Okay, so the sergeants are over there, but where is... She's in the middle. Okay, I got one. And there's the last one. What got me? Oh, confusion got me. Okay, wears off. I'm good to go. Where is she? There she is. Alright, lady, it's me and you. Yeah! Alright, we have successfully soloed Pharos Sirius. And if not for those friggin' sergeants, that would have gone a lot easier, so... Dealing with a fight like this, that you're not even remotely supposed to go in with only one person. This involves at least 2 people to get through this fight. That's a thing.